Hello, Cancer. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your bonus reading for the first half of November. This reading is going to be focusing on soulmates or twin flames and separation, and ultimately will your person reach out, and we'll take a look and see what time frame pops up here in this reading. General reading, as always, guys, it won't resonate with every single person, so please do take from this what makes sense for you. Let the rest go, and if you're interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below in the description box. And of course, I'll include a link to all of the decks and creators that you see here today, Cancer. So these are the three that we'll be using for your focus messages. The first is by Aries Angel Tarot. It's called Poetically Perfect for You. And the second deck is the Sacred Healing Journey by Angelic Revelation 144. And this third one is my self-created deck. It's called the Time Traveler Oracle, When You Just Need to Know When. Okay, so let's go ahead and set these guys aside and let's get started. Cancer, see what comes through for you. And as always, cross watchers, anyone else who's been guided to tune in are welcome. All right, so what's your first focus message for your bonus reading here, Cancer? Angels and spirit guides, please. For Cancer. I'm drawn to this one. Why should I care so much who you talk to or who you kiss? I broke up with you. You can do as you wish. Whoa. That's what's coming through. This could be you talking and saying this, Cancer, but it could be your person too. But I'm just feeling intuitively, Cancer, that this could be you saying this. It's like, why should I give a shit? Like, why should I care so much about who you're talking to or who you're kissing right now? We broke up. We're done. You can do whatever the hell you want. That's basically what that card says. So why is it coming through here? Cancer, what's up with that? Is it that deep down inside you still care? So we'll have to do a little bit more digging when it comes to why that's coming through here. All right, so let's grab your second focus message here from the Sacred Healing Journey deck. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer for this bonus reading. What's your second message here? I'm guided to this one. Seclusion. Escape from the world together. What I'm getting from this couple of messages, Cancer, is that we're focusing on two people who are in separation for this reading. So you're not together, so you are in seclusion from your person. But perhaps there's a part of you that truly wants to escape with this individual to just kind of figure things out. You know, why am I feeling this way? Maybe they're feeling the same way. And just kind of get rid of the chaos, people that are putting in their 2 cents, friends, family, you know, too many opinions. And so what I'm feeling from this is you guys just need alone time, quiet time to be able to sit and talk and to just be in seclusion together, as this card says, so that you can either talk this through or have closure, either have closure and go into separation and go about your business and live your lives individually, or talk about it, figure out a plan to bring it back together, make it work, overcome whatever obstacles you guys have going on. Okay, so we'll add to that, of course. So if you resonate with that, seclusion, you're not together. But also a part of you, perhaps, Cancer, is wanting to be alone with this person to talk about the issues as to why you're not together in the first place. But that first focus message says so damn much. It's like, why should I care so much who you talk to or who you kiss? I broke up with you. You can do as you wish. But there's so much more behind that message. So much more. All right. So let's grab a time frame here, guys. And as you know, time is fluid. There is no guarantee to time frames because everyone's got their own free will. This is just giving you a potential of when something might happen between the two of you as far as them reaching out to you. Okay, so let's grab one. Where am I guided? Right here. 4 months from now. So where are we at? November, December, January, February, March. Okay? So the month of March is what we're looking at here, Cancer. March of next year. Okay? So maybe there's a reason why 4 months needs to pass before you guys can either talk, before they can reach out. Also, if they're with someone at this point in time, or you are. Okay? So this could be a bit of a complicated situation here, which is why it could take up to 4 months for you guys to communicate with each other, or for them to reach out to you, is what we're focusing on here, of course. All right, so let's go ahead and add to this with some additional insight from the Love Journey deck. This is by Bridget of Divine Essentials, not to be confused with her Journey of Love Volume 1 and 2 decks. This is very different. So this one's called the Love Journey. Okay, Cancer, so let's add to this for this bonus reading, first half of November. What else do we need to know here? Do you still care for them? I kind of feel that you do. I wrote you a letter I'm afraid to send. Okay, so either one of you guys could have done this. It could be a letter, it could be a text, it could be an email, some form of communication here. And it could take them up to 4 months for them to actually send whatever it is that they need to say here. So we've got some form of communication that has not been sent. It's been written. It's sitting in a, in a folder somewhere, or if it's an actual written letter, it's sitting in a drawer somewhere or in a notebook somewhere, and it just has not been sent. Either you've done this, Cancer, or they have. I don't want to live in a world that you're not in. And isn't it interesting from the Seclusion message, escape from the world together? So that's the second time that there's a reference to the world. What else, please, for Cancer? Let's raise a family together. Whoa. So maybe you guys might have even talked about doing this. Or this is how they're looking at the future of what they're ultimately wanting to build with you. Next message, please don't let go. Please don't let go. This is what I'm getting, Cancer, because I feel you still care for this person. That's why you're watching this reading. Maybe they did let go. But there's a part of you that didn't want them to let go. We have opposites attract. So maybe you guys are just very different personalities, different upbringing, different points of view. Maybe the way you guys came into each other's lives, maybe this person was just unlike anyone else that you've ever met, or that's how they see you. Maybe initially you guys didn't have a whole lot in common. Whatever the case is as to why you guys were gravitating towards each other. You were really polar opposites of each other, and yet you guys are like two magnets. I'm ready to turn the page and write the next chapter together. Oh my goodness. So there's something about writing here, writing and letters and books and chapters and moving on and wanting to do all of those things with you. My love is as vast as the ocean and deeper than the sea. Okay. And I love that because, first of all, Cancer, you're a water sign. So there's these references to water here. Ocean, sea, and there's water right there too. Water right here also. So there's, you could even be focused on a fellow water sign here too, Cancer. And I just realized there's more water right there. I mean, that's quite a statement. My love is as vast as the ocean and deeper than the sea. They still love you. And I have a feeling you're watching this reading because you still love them too. I feel you still love them. So what happened? Why are you guys not together? Let's grab some insight from the Mardi Gras Oracle by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. But I feel this so strongly for you, Cancer, that you still care for them. But maybe they moved on. That could be part of the reason why you guys aren't together. Maybe somebody moved on. Maybe they did or you did. This could be them saying this too. It's like, why should I care so much for you? Who you talked to, who you're kissing when we broke up. You could have both moved on to other relationships. But why do you guys feel so drawn to each other still, you know? And I feel the reason is that deep down, there's this magnetic pull and the love is still lingering. You still feel love for them. They still feel love for you. Respect. Okay, you guys still respect each other. It's either that or respect was an issue during the relationship. But I do feel, based off of what's presenting itself here, Cancer, that at the end of the day, you still have respect for your person here. And they definitely still feel that for you. We have an awakening here, followed by endings. Okay, so obviously we're focusing on connections that are in separation. So clearly there was an ending here. But part of the process and healing journey that they've been on perhaps during this time is that they have finally had this epiphany, that awakening, that light bulb moment, letting them know it's like they still want you, they still love you, they still have feelings, or this is you going through that awakening. We have expansion, okay, which is somebody who really wants to build upon what you guys had to begin with, really looking at the future and wanting to really explore where things could go between the two of you. I mean, look at this message. You know, let's raise a family together. They want to build upon what you guys had initially and move to the next chapter and move to the next level. And that's what this card is all about. You know, I'm ready to turn the page and write the next chapter together. They want to live this life with you. And as this card says, I don't want to live in a world that you're not in. But right now we do have this going on, stuck in fantasy. So during this time of separation, that's perhaps all you guys have, because you're not together in the 3D world. You're fantasizing about what it would be like, maybe, to have them back in your life. This could also be about someone who's fantasizing about someone else. That could apply to some of you. What else, please, for Cancer for this bonus reading? Delightful. Okay, this is such a nice energy right here, Cancer. That's how you make them feel. They're delighted by the thought of you. Very happy energy from that. And then we have movement. Okay, so maybe things are stagnant between the two of you for now, especially if either you or your person has moved on to other connections. And so it's not possible at this point in time to create movement towards coming back together. That's perhaps why we've got a time frame of 4 months. So you might have to wait until a relationship has phased out, or maybe they're waiting for you to decide on whether you want to be with them or someone else. Okay, so it really depends on how it's coming through for your situation, because for some of you guys, there could be a third individual that's playing a part in this. I don't feel it as a third party. I just mean that if someone has already moved on to another relationship, then there's a third person that we have to focus on for this reading as well. You know, I don't think it's cheating. I'm not picking up off of that vibe, but I do feel perhaps either yourself, Cancer, or your person is already in another relationship since you guys have broken up, you know. And so we've got this first focus message. Why should I care so much who you talk to or who you kiss? But the reality of it is, it's coming through that way because either they still care for you, or you do, or you both do. I feel you both do. That's just how it's coming through here energetically. So let's grab some tarot. This is my tarot teacher deck. For those who are not familiar, this is a deck that I created for beginners, really, for those who would like to learn how to read tarot. And it's made super simple. It's got upright and reversed meanings for each card. There's no guessing what the card means. It's all laid out for you right there. So if that's something that you're interested in, Cancer, the deck shop link is down below in the description box. And of course, all of the other decks and creators you see here. So let's continue and take a look and see what the tarot deck will bring forward here. So in 4 months, there's a possibility that you will hear from them. We do have the Two of Pentacles, which is picking up off of Earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. That could be your person right there, or they could have Earth in their chart, or you do. This is juggling, okay? Balancing decisions, multiple priorities. So with that juggling, again, I'm feeling somebody is undecided or on the fence. It's like, which way do I go? What do I do? Who do I want to be with? Do I want to go back to someone I was with already that I have so much love for? Or should I entertain being with this new person that I'm just starting to get to know? Okay, it depends on what side of the fence are you on, Cancer. But whatever happens here, there's definitely changes that are coming through as a part of this Two of Pentacles and adapting to those changes. It's all about time management, prioritization. Somebody could really be feeling stressed out financially right now. That could be your person, Cancer. It could be you too. The Nine of Pentacles, so more Earth, okay? This is very abundant in energy. So someone's coming through as financially independent. So one person could be struggling financially here, and somebody could be doing well between the two of you. The Nine of Pentacles can also be representative of a thriving business. Somebody might have their own business that's profitable, very successful right now. And, you know, someone who's self-sufficient. But it's also a card of independence and being solo. You know, someone's single here. Someone's not in a relationship. And maybe that's why it's going to take 4 months, because somebody has to get out of a relationship, perhaps, that they no longer want to be in. So it could go either way, really. And then we've got the Nine of Wands coming through here. So fire sign for some of you, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. The Nine of Wands is someone whose faith has been truly tested. It's somebody who's guarded, somebody who's got their boundaries up. But it's also a card of really learning from past mistakes, learning from things that didn't work before, learning from past failure. You know, so whatever drove a wedge between the two of you, Cancer, I feel during this time of separation, you've both really learned what works and what doesn't. The Nine of Wands too is an energy of someone who's wounded and overwhelmed by just the whole situation, or possibly also feeling really unworthy of love at this point in time. That as well could be why there's this slow process as far as them reaching out to you. But you've got the Wheel of Fortune falling in your favor, which I love, because this is destiny right here. This is good luck coming in for you. This is good karma. This is another card talking about change, new cycles that are coming in, and that perhaps part of the turning point that's represented by this Wheel of Fortune is that inevitably you guys are still meant to come back into each other's lives, that's as well a part of your destiny here, regardless of where you guys are at for now. Possibly. And I feel a tickle in my throat, damn it. Hold on, let me just grab some water here, guys. So why, for those who are already familiar with my channel, why do I get a tickle in my throat? It's because someone isn't communicating. There's a blockage in communication. I got a cough, sorry. A blockage in communication. Okay. Why is that? I feel possibly, Cancer, it's because I feel, again, possibly somebody's in a relationship. And that's why you guys can't communicate. So, if you're the one in a relationship, for example, because it could go either way. If you are already in a relationship with somebody else after this person that you're in separation from, maybe they know about it, especially if you guys are still following each other on social media, or if you guys have mutual friends you keep in touch with and maybe they've heard you've moved on to somebody else. Part of the issue perhaps why they're not communicating with you is because they know you're with someone else. Okay, so take that only if it makes sense, of course. But usually when I feel that tickle in my throat, that block in my throat chakra, it's because two people have a lot to say to each other, but you're not talking. We've got the Page of Pentacles coming in here. So more messages about finances here, because the Page of Pentacles is about financial opportunities and manifestation. Okay, so if this is you struggling financially, I feel you'll get out of that vibe and eventually be more successful. If you're looking for a job, you know, or if you're unemployed, whatever the case may be, things will progress out of that challenging time. The Page of Pentacles is somebody who's very ambitious, very diligent. The Page of Pentacles is about manifestation. So manifestation of a new beginning. Certainly between the two of you, that's totally possible. This could be your person right here, Cancer. This is someone who's really grounded. This is a grounded young person. Maybe you guys are really young, okay? Could either be teenagers or early 20s for some of you guys, if that applies. And then we've got the Five of Cups here, which is your own energy, Cancer. So this is a card of sadness and loss, despair, regrets, feeling like you failed, you know, that you failed in the relationship. But it's also a card of crying over spilled milk. You know, you're in the traditional tarot deck. The person is crying over the 3 cups that have spilled over. And they're not even seeing the 2 cups behind them. Okay, what does the 2 of Cups represent? Unity, partnership, connection. A very solid connection between 2 people. So there's still a chance for you guys to have that 2 of Cups. But maybe you're going through this grieving process as a result of the 2 of you not being together at this point in time. But remember, you've got the Wheel of Fortune right here. During this time of separation, perhaps you have both learned what works and what doesn't, as I've mentioned, and can come together as 2 better people, more mature perhaps, and able to really dedicate the time and energy towards bringing about a new beginning in the relationship. You know, so I feel really there's still a possibility, Cancer, that you and this person can at least communicate. I feel that pretty strongly, that you will be given the opportunity to at least talk, whether that results in a reconciliation or whether it's just for you to finally have closure and to move on with your life and for them to move on with their life. But I'm feeling here for the majority, it's 2 people who still care very much for each other and wanting to bring this together to have a new beginning. That's what I get from that. So let's add to this. Okay, so this is the Love Games deck by Sister Moon Tarot. Let's see what else needs to come through here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer for this bonus reading, first half of November. What else do we need to know? So we already know more than likely there's a good chance they'll reach out within 4 months from now, which again is around March. So we're looking at Pisces or Aries season. You might even be focusing on a Pisces or an Aries for some of you guys. So let's see what else. Look at this. True love. This is a true love, Cancer. That's why you're still thinking about them. That's why you still care. We've got this divine intervention. Okay, so you might just get some sort of miracle here to help you guys along on this journey with this situation right here. This is letting us know that you guys will overcome whatever challenges you've faced in the partnership. We've got this lifesaver card coming through. So that, to me, combined with the divine intervention, you know, it's like you're being tossed this life-saving or relationship-saving device for you guys to work this out, you know? Just when you least expect it, you get some form of help, basically, to help you work this out and to bring it back together. We've got give and take, and maybe that was an issue before where one person was giving way too much and the other was taking too much. So there has to be equality here. There has to be compromise, equal give and take in this relationship. What else, please? Angels and spirit guides for Cancer. Yin and yang. Okay. It's one of those things, you know, we already have opposites attract right there. I just feel that you guys fit each other like a glove. You just get each other. You understand each other. You are their yin to their yang. The passion. Very strong still between the two of you. And that you're both passionate, perhaps. You're both passionate people. Not just sexually, just passionate about what it is that you have in mind for your life, the direction that you see yourself going, your goals, your dreams, your passions in life, including your love life, of course. But everything. And then we've got taking risks, okay? And sometimes in order to create this movement right here, you got to take a risk. Take that leap of faith, which is very much similar to the full card in traditional tarot. Take that leap of faith and just take a chance. Take that risk, because you might ultimately find that you'll win. That you'll win in this situation, that you can win this person back. Or maybe that's what they're willing to do to win you back, is to take a risk and go for it. But this is definitely coming through that this person, Cancer, is your true love in this lifetime. And they don't want to live this life without you. That is what's coming through. So let's go ahead and add to this with some messages from my Heart and Soul Love Oracle deck. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer. And I'm really glad my coughing attack wasn't horrible. For those who are familiar with my readings, you'll already know, like, I've had to stop and pause my videos because I couldn't stop coughing. And I've been doing this for over 30 years, and I know, like, it's always when it's two people that have struggled to communicate, or there's a blockage in my throat chakra because two people are just not able to express themselves to each other, whether that is by choice or because there are barriers that are standing in the way. And when I'm doing a reading, it's horrible. Like, I can't get past it. Sometimes I feel like I'm choking. Sometimes I feel just this really gross itchy, scratchy throat, and I just have to cough. You know, and it's not because I'm sick. It's, you know, none of that. It's always when there's a blockage in the throat chakra. All right, so let's add to this. What else, please, for Cancer? We've got rhythm. Okay. We have so much chaos going on throughout the world. There's that reference to the world again. Escape from the world. I don't want to live in a world that you're not in. And this one says, we have so much chaos going on throughout the world, and boy, do we. We really do right now. I mean, we've got election day, what, in 2 days? Lord knows how that's going to turn out. There is a lot of chaos going on. The pandemic, just the economy, everything. Global chaos. So it goes on to say, I have to tune it out when it gets to be too much. Before I know it, I'm in my own little world where it's just me, my thoughts, my music and songs that uplift me, songs that calm me, because it's about us. You are the rhythm in my heart. Wow. Somebody might really love music here. And this is my DJ card. Somebody could be a DJ. What I'm getting from this Cancer is that you represent peace and serenity in this person's life. And it's interesting, you know, because again, going back to the seclusion message, escape from the world together. They just want to be able to have that quiet time with you. So you guys can sit down and talk and just try to work this out. And then we've got wait, okay? Sometimes having patience is excruciating. We just want to take action, try to fix what's broken, what's not working in our relationships. Allow divine timing to do its thing. Don't make any hasty decisions. Take a deep breath, just relax and wait. Just wait. What's meant for you will come back to you. Exactly. Exactly right. Look at this, guys. Expansion. Now remember, this card right here says, let's raise a family together. It's a little bit hard to see, but it's right there. And this expansion card is all about that. Okay, so let's read this. It was always you and I. There was never anyone else that mattered in our world. Can you believe that? Another card that's referencing the world, okay? Just you and I. And one day it all changed. Our love created a life that demonstrated so beautifully how two people can extend that love beyond themselves to leave this world with a legacy all our own. I mean, can that word keep popping up throughout this reading? World, world, world. You are their world. This is about building a family. Either you already have children together or you dreamt about building a life with this person to where you guys could have children someday, get married someday. We have instinct coming through also. The stars instinctively know when it's time to come into alignment. It doesn't need to be manipulated and helped in any way. It just falls into place when it's meant to, just like you and I. So maybe instinctively, Cancer, you know that you guys are meant to come back together. We have flawless coming through also. Out of the billions of people on this planet, my journey led me to you. I've never known such happiness, pleasure, contentment, and joy. We fit together so perfectly that I can't imagine a day of my life without you in it. And remember this message, I don't want to live in a world that you're not in. Wow. Oh my gosh. And remember this message, the yin and yang message. Okay, you guys really do fit each other perfectly. And then we've got unwavering belief. I never gave up. I want you to know that even on the most difficult of days of missing you, I never gave up on us. I always knew that there would be a day when we'd find our way back to each other. This is either you saying this, Cancer, or your person, or you both feel this way. And last one, we've got faith. Okay? Life has a way of bringing us to our knees when we lose faith in a situation, in someone, in ourselves. The most heartfelt prayers are born from those moments of heartache, desperation, and hope. All right, so if you've lost faith, that perhaps you guys can work this out. Maybe you've turned to prayer. Maybe your faith has been tested. And remember, the Nine of Wands is what that's about. It's testing your faith. But at the end of the day, if you can come out on the other side still believing that you guys are meant to be, that's half the battle, because that's the energy that you're putting out into the universe, and you might just be able to attract that back into your world, okay? That keeps popping up throughout this reading, just my world, 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 world. It's all over this reading. So I'm kind of getting here, Cancer, that without them, your world just hasn't been the same, and without you, clearly their world hasn't been the same. And when you guys are a part of each other's lives, everything just happens to fall into place. And I kind of feel with this divine intervention card coming through here, you might just get a miracle out of all this, even though it might not seem like it right now. Give it 4 months, right? And see where it goes. See where it goes. Because you might just be ultimately surprised at what happens here. So let's close this out, Cancer, with some final messages from the Ghostly Whispers of Love Oracle by my soul sister, Angelic Revelation 144. And she created this deck. I believe she mentioned that it's for those who have, obviously in separation through a loved one who has passed on, you know, but the messages are so beautiful that I use it for connections that are in separation. Obviously, if you have had a loved one who's passed on, then by all means, you know, take the messages for how it resonates for you. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer, some final thoughts for this bonus reading. If world or any references to world pop up again, I'll just get goosebumps. So many times it came through in this reading. Cards with the word world in it. We've got haunting. My energy moves things around. Okay, so I mean, obviously that's a very specific message for some of you guys who might have lost a loved one, if that applies. But I'm also feeling here that just this person still thinking about you energetically, their energy, that's what's going to be able to create movement in this situation, in the partnership, to bring it back towards each other, okay? Because that's the second time that some form of movement has been brought up in this reading. Okay, so we're not talking about objects moving. For the majority, I'm not feeling that. But I do feel ultimately the movement we're talking about here is progress, to be able to create change in this partnership. We also have emotional coming through here. I get emotional watching you with someone else. Okay, so that is clarification for some of you guys, that either you know they're with someone else, Cancer, or they know you're with someone else, which is why it's going to take a little bit of time for movement towards communication. Wow. What else, please, angels and spirit guides, for Cancer to wrap things up here? We are twin flames. Maybe you've known this all along, that you and your person are twin flames. And, you know, twins are always magnetically pulled back towards each other. We have lovers. I will always be your lover. Okay? No matter where you guys are at on this journey, they will forever be drawn to you, attracted to you. We have separation. Clearly, you guys are not together right now. The physical separation is an illusion, because energetically, you guys could still be connecting in the 5D. They're wanting you to know that they're healing, which is good. You could be healing as well during this time. Wow. And we've got ghostly whispers of love. Okay. I whisper, I love you when you sleep at night. So maybe when you're asleep at night and they're thinking about you and they're just saying it out loud that they love you, you could be picking up off of that. You could be seeing them in your dreams also. right by your side. I will never leave your side. Okay, so they're always with you, even if it is just energetically at this point, and that you guys are spiritually connected. Okay. And lastly, we have synchronicity. So you could certainly be noticing these synchronicities. I send messages through numbers 1111, 2222, and many more. So if you see synchronistic numbers, that could be a message that you might want to look up. There are tons of websites where you could punch in angel numbers and there's an explanation for what those numbers mean. 1111, which some of you guys might be very familiar with, that is the Four of Wands, which is 1111, which could be a Make-A-Wish card. It could also be references to twin flames, which we already have that card coming through here, that some of you guys are twin flames. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave it, Cancer. It still appears to me that there's a chance you guys can work this out. The divine intervention, which could certainly represent a miracle, that could still come in. Okay, but we've got a time frame here of 4 months. So just hang in there, have some patience, and see where this unfolds around March of next year. All right, so that's what I've got for you, Cancer. Thank you guys, as always, for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Take care.